Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak. Welcome back to Chateau, Band of Thieves. In the last episode, we did some reconnaissance on Dimitri, and in this episode, we're going to be collecting the bottles. First off, if we check out the shop, you can see that we can buy 3 different moves for 200 coins, 400 coins, and 300 coins respectively. Just know throughout the playthrough, I won't be collecting every move in the game. I'll be collecting most of them, but I will be showing them all off in the bonus video once the playthrough is over. Right, so I don't know why they made him Bentley say this over again, because like you kind of get the point that you can do that by this point, especially if you did the reconnaissance. But yeah, so like I mentioned in the last episode, Sly is the only character that can steal coins and by that extent treasures, or as I call them, shinies, because treasures also imply something else. I will be collecting just the bottles in this episode, I think. I don't believe I tackled the treasures until the next episode, because I don't even think they spawned in yet. But the general consensus is that when I do the bottles, I also collect the treasures. So let's start off with the safe house, from the safe house, and you may have already heard, when you're near a bottle, it actually makes a clinking noise. So that clinking noise is really useful. If you don't see it, you're out for it. Yes, it's some sort of clue. All right, then. So, I'm trying to climb up here as hard as I can. So these bottles are pretty much the same like they were in, wow, that was stumbling over words. These bottles work the same like they did back in Sly 1. There are 30 bottles in each world, or each level rather. Each level kind of acts as like a hub world, but it's also the level that you're going to be doing all your missions in, which is really neat to see. And I like how sometimes a level changes per mission, and it's pretty cool to look at. But there's usually 30 bottles. Oh no, there is 30 bottles in each level in each of the 8 episodes, which means that there's a lot of bottles to be collecting. And some of these take longer than others, especially if you don't have like a map or like a decent map to look at, or if you're not following a guide or whatever. But really, you don't need. At least I feel like you don't need one, considering I'm doing this pretty much blind, except for the last episode in which I was looking at a map and then it didn't even help me because I didn't know what bottle I was missing, and then like I found it on my own anyway. So like I didn't really need a map. I don't think anyone needs a map. I think the game is cleverly programmed or it's done in such a way that's really clever, in which if you're near a bottle, you can hear it clinking on the floor. And that lets you know that you're next to a bottle, and you can spend a little time looking for it if you're in the search for them. A lot of the bottles are actually right next to each other, and they kind of lead you all around the map anyway. So like in this little area right now, there was like 4 of them, you know, like 3 right there, the one on the boat, and I'm almost positive there's another one somewhere around here. So it's not like the bottles are truly out of the way. Yeah, there's one on that other balcony over there. You know, like it's not like they're all out of the way. They're placed in an area that's generally close to other bottles, except for maybe like 1 or 2. But even those are just like slightly hidden. And the cool thing is like even though they're surrounded by other bottles, sometimes they're just cleverly hidden, or like just like really hard to find. Sometimes they're like right behind like a lamppost or something, and you happen to walk by it a bunch of times and just don't see it. But if you come by the other way, you'll catch it. You know, it's just pretty cool to see like the positions of the bottles. And look at that, we're already almost halfway done, and it's only been like 4 minutes. You know, if you're really scouring these levels pretty quickly, it won't take you too long to look for all the bottles. Unless you're like missing 1 or 2 bottles, like I was in the last episode, not last episode, but in the last level of this game, in which that took me like 30 to 40 minutes to find, just because I was a dumbass and I didn't catch something very subtle. Not like it's not subtle enough for me to notice, it's just like I didn't see it when playing the level. Because I'm pretty oblivious. Sometimes like I won't see something the first time. It takes me a few tries to like see it, but like they're just really cleverly hidden, you know. And you'll be getting a lot of moves throughout the game that helps you traverse the level in more fun ways to do. Man, I can't speak today. And you'll be getting like more maneuvers or more moves to maneuver yourself throughout the level in a more fun way. The environments are pretty cool and like really clever, and each one really does feel distinct from each other one. Especially when like even when they're kind of similar, you can still see the differences and like feel like you're in a different area. It's pretty cool that the designers of the level, like the level designers and the art team, really work together pretty well in this game. I feel to get like really clever and really unique and really honestly I like the art style of these games, Side 2 in particular. I think it just works really well, you know. But I gotta start getting my thoughts down on paper, because once I do, I can crank out a review really quickly. At the moment, I just finished editing all the videos. Here's a bottle. It took me like a few minutes to walk around and find it. We're near the entrance of the nightclub. There's a few bottles around here. But what was I saying? Yeah, like at the moment, like I had finished recording, or not recording, editing all the videos. So all that's left is just to write the review, finish up the thumbnail, which I'm like less than halfway done with. Drawing, at least less than halfway done with drawing. And then yeah, then I can start the review. That's pretty neat. It's about 40 parts, so I'm thinking maybe I don't want this playthrough to go on for 40 days, so I'm thinking maybe like 2 a day for 20, but that's still a lot. So I don't know, I'll probably think about it. By the time this goes up, I'll have a plan, so whatever. I'm probably gonna stick with the 2 a day, just because it's about like 40 parts evenly. Back to the beginning of the nightclub, by the way. There's another bottle that I missed. It's right over here on top of this little balcony. And that should be 30.
But we still don't know where the vault is.
Well, we'll be finding the vault in the next episode, and I'll see you guys then.